So, let me take you back to a day that started off like any other, but quickly turned into one of the most interesting experiences of my life. Picture this: I'm at a local fair, surrounded by the smell of popcorn and the sound of laughter. I'm just there to enjoy some cotton candy and maybe win a stuffed animal. But little did I know I was about to embark on an unexpected adventure. As I'm wandering around, I spot a booth with a sign that reads, "World's Largest Pumpkin Contest." Now, I'm not a pumpkin enthusiast, but I'm curious. I walk over, and there it is, a pumpkin so big it could probably double as a small car. I'm standing there, taking it all in, when the owner, a jovial man with a beard that could rival Santa's, starts chatting with me. He's passionate about pumpkins, and I'm thinking, this guy really loves his squash. He invites me to help him weigh the pumpkin. Now, I'm not exactly a farmer, but how could I say no? So we grab this giant pumpkin, and as we're lifting it, I realize it's heavier than my entire grocery haul for the week. We finally get it on the scale, and it turns out to be a record breaking 2,000 pounds. The crowd goes wild, and I'm standing there covered in pumpkin guts, feeling like a celebrity for a moment. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The owner, in his excitement, decides to give me a tour of his pumpkin patch. I'm thinking, sure, why not? So we trek through this massive field, and he starts telling me about the different types of pumpkins. I'm nodding along, trying to keep up, but honestly, I'm just amazed at how passionate he is. He even shows me how to tell if a pumpkin is ripe by giving it a little knock, like a secret pumpkin code. As we're walking, I spot a group of kids trying to lift a smaller pumpkin. They're struggling, and I can't help but jump in. I give them a hand, and suddenly we're all laughing and rolling this pumpkin around like it's a soccer ball. It's a moment of pure joy, and I realize that sometimes the most interesting experiences come from the unexpected connections we make with others. Eventually, I say my goodbyes and head home, still buzzing from the day. I can't stop thinking about how a simple trip to the fair turned into a hilarious adventure filled with pumpkins, laughter, and new friends. It's a reminder that life is full of surprises, and sometimes the best stories come from the moments we least expect. So, when you're out there, don't shy away from sharing your interesting experiences. Whether it's a wild day at the fair or a quirky encounter with a stranger, those stories are what connect us. And speaking of connections, if you enjoyed this little tale, consider subscribing to Docentes DigitalesTV for more engaging content. You never know what interesting experiences await you next.